Hi. I'm feeling pretty good today. And about my decision when I retired, I wasn't too sure, but I feel pretty good about it that I made that decision. So, when my husband was here and he was bedridden, and the time that I was out, I mentioned that I was out of work for a little bit when I had a bone infection. I was out for 4 months last year from August through December, first part of December. Um, And so we had a lot of time to sit and talk about a lot of stuff because I could hardly get off I had a knee scooter for my foot because I couldn't put pressure on it for a few weeks, and him being bedridden. And there's times when we were just by ourselves. So we just sat there and talked a lot, talked about how it was in the past and about our trips and stuff like that. And I started hanging up all our pictures on the wall next to him so he could um, remember the past and have all the pictures of all the family there with him. And we would sit and talk, and I would talk about, we'd talk about different stuff, our family, our lives, our over the years, and what we're going to do if something happens to one of us. How would we want to be buried? Did we want to be buried in a casket? Did we want to be cremated? We decided on cremated. He said cremation, and I decided I'll do the same thing. But I plan to be here for quite some time. I don't plan to leave for a while, but we'll see how that goes. um, but anyway, we would sit and talk, and I would talk about retiring, about am I able to do this, and I don't know. And now that I did it, I think about him, what my husband would say or think, but I know he would be happy for me because it was something that we had talked about, and he wanted me to do what was best for me and what he felt that I needed to do. And before I retired, I was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with my job. I didn't know if I was going to stay on part-time or what, but then I decided I'm going to do it. Well, since I made that decision, and the last couple weeks since I've been out, as I said before, my last day of work was the 19th, retirement date was the 20th, so I've been out since for the last 2 weeks, and I've actually felt pretty good about my decision, and I know that my husband's with me, and he helped me make this decision too, as well as God. They were with me when I made this final decision. I'm feeling good about my decision. Love you guys.